A big poop ever.
Yeah. Hi and welcome to my 2020 Boa Pairings.
Hi! 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 Hi!
Welcome to our channel.
Hello.
If you enjoy learning about reptiles and having a good laugh, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button.
Hit.
Smash it. Smash it. Smash it right now. And don't forget to hit that notification bell.
Hit.
Smash it. Okay.
Mash.
I'm going to show you everything that's going on. My pairings and what I've been doing this year that's a little bit different. So, yay. If you like it, then like it. Subscribe, do all that wonderful stuff. The big one is Sahara, and she is a Hypo het albino, and she's a very nice line of albino. She's Nova's mother, who you're going to see later. The other one here is Bo. She is a Hypo het Moonglow. Next here we have Athena. She's the bigger one. She's looking nice and plump. She is a aberrant hypo. I don't know, she might be something else. But the strange thing is every single baby that she's made has kind of come out looking like a normal salmon. Even though she looks quite different. So she is also het for albino. I bought her as a Hypo het Moonglow, but I only paid $200 for her, so I'm more than happy that she's albino. She's a very unique looking snake, so I'm excited to get some really beautiful animals from her. She's made some really pretty babies. Then over here I have Fade, and Fade is Hypo, and I don't know, like, part of me wants to think she's a ghost, but she does look kind of red, so I'm not really sure. So I'm kind of just trying to prove her out this year. I've been trying something really different this year. So with these first two sets of girls, I've been rotating Ty over here. So this is Ty, and he is a Hypo het Moonglow. So that means that he's Hypo and he's carrying Anery and he's carrying albino. So I've been putting him back and forth between those two pairs. So every year before 2020, I used to keep my female-male pairs together. The ones that I'd be breeding, I'd keep the male-female pairs together. And then what I would do is I would rotate sometimes the male to another female. And what would end up happening is I have a male with this female, then I have a male with that female. I get the feeling that the male might spend all his energy on one female and then not give the other one, or like, you never know what is the exact right time for the female when she's ready. I've tried something a little different this year. I've kept the males separate from the females all year long, so they're not living in pairs. They are kept separately. Every two females that I know I kind of want to breed to one male, I've kept them together. And then when it's breeding time, I put the male in with the females. You really should never cohabitate. It's not the right thing to do. However, if you do, you absolutely cannot ever feed them together. So the biggest problem with cohabitation is when people have two snakes, they don't have enough space, so they try and grow them together. They try and keep them together, and that's not what I'm doing here. I have enough space that I can separate each one of these animals. So if anything goes funny or whatever, I can separate the male, I can separate the females, and they can all have their own home. But I'm just trying this out for this year for breeding purposes and to test something out. So I think that if I keep my females in pairs, instead of having those two females separate and having to rotate the male from female to female, now I have those two females together, and that male can go back and forth from those two females whenever he wants. Then the other thing that I'm doing is some of the males that I don't mind if they breed to multiple females, I'm rotating them. I have Nico here. He's a Moonglow IMG, and he's going back and forth between those pairs too. So now, it'd be nice if I didn't even bother with Ty, but to expect Nico to impregnate 4 snakes. You want to go? Do you want to get out? Go. See it. Okay. I wasn't even really planning to breed him to them, but I thought, you know, why not? He's my most genetically powerful snake. So first I got him to focus on his pair of females, and then after that I've been putting him back and forth between those, keeping an eye on him, making sure he's like healthy and good and gets his breaks in between and everything. So basically between those 4 snakes, Ty is going back and forth between them sometimes, and Nico is going back and forth between them sometimes. A person that I talked to about breeding green tree pythons told me that once one of his females starts ovulating, he puts the other females with her, and what that does is it triggers them to ovulate also, which is strange, but when women work together at a store or whatever, or wherever they're working, if there's a pile of women together and they start getting their period, lots of the time they'll sync, so they'll get their period at the same time. So this guy has the idea that if one of his... Hi, good morning. What, do you want to show everyone? What do you have? Okay, here, let's put them in your hair. Beautiful bows.
Yeah.
You gonna be a good hairdresser?
Yeah, hairdresser.
You want to be a hairdresser, or you want to have a pet store?
Pet store.
Yeah, a pet store's funner than being a hairdresser. You gonna do a dance for everybody? You gonna show everyone your moves? Can you do a spin?
No.
Okay. Yeah, you're doing it. Okay, good girl. Wonderful. If you know me, I've raised most of my snakes since they're babies. They're insanely tame. I don't need a hook for any of my boas. Like, none of them are aggressive. They're all super, super chill. Now we're going to start getting into the exciting stuff. When I started getting into snakes, one of my first boas was an albino. I saw this albino and I thought to myself, this is like the prettiest albino I've ever seen. It was just a baby and I had to have it, so I got it. I see it, I got it, I have it. Okay. I always get that stupid song stuck in my head. Okay.
A lion, a daughter,
Yeah.
a lion, a half.
What?
A lion, a half. A lion,
I want it, I see it,
see
or no, I see it, I see it.
see it,
Come on, sing. I see it,
I see it,
I want it,
wear it,
I got it,
daughter,
I have it.
have it.
Right here. So here we have Sophie. Sophie to me is one of the finest albinos I've ever seen. She's just a plain Kahl albino. Although I do have the feeling that she might be carrying Anery, which I'm not really trying to prove out. I'm doing something a little bit different with her. I've had her for about 5-6 years, and I've waited a long time to find the right person to breed to her. And this right here, even though he's not carrying albino, he is Charles. Charles here is carrying the, what the heck, the Sterling gene. So now we're getting into the more exciting stuff. So Charles is het Sterling, and there's the pattern on the side is already.
Bye. Bye.
Oh, okay, bye bye. So you see that pattern on the side? It's basically like patternless. It's pretty cool. Motley het Sterling. He's from the first Sterling brought into Canada, and I'm breeding him to Sophie because I think that Sophie will produce some gorgeous albino sterlings eventually. These are some of my most exciting pairings for this year. So here we have Nova, and she is my favorite snake. I have a few favorite snakes. I have like my favorite Superdwarfs, but like the thing that is special about Nova is I bought a anerytharistic male named Poa, and I bought that big girl that you saw in the first drawer, Sahara. And they were my first snakes. I got Poa for $100, and I got Sahara for $50 because someone just couldn't take care of her anymore. And basically I put them together, and in my first pairing I saw albinos, and I just could not believe it. So she was one of them. So because Poa is Anery, she's guaranteed to be carrying Anery, and Mom was carrying the Hypo albino, and Poa was carrying the albino, and I didn't know that. So I ended up getting this gorgeous Sunglow, and she's just, when I saw her, like I was like screaming and jumping. So it's just, she's amazing. She has a very like orange colors, and she's just beautiful. With Annie is a Motley Anery, and Nova once again is a Sunglow het Moonglow. So basically Nico has been staying with them mostly. I've been putting him here and there, but he's mostly staying with them. This is basically the main project with Nico. I think that Nova is pregnant, or gravid or whatever. I'm not totally sure yet, but if she is, then we're going to get a pile of more Moonglow IMGs, Sunglow IMGs. I'm going to have basically Sunglows, Moonglows, and IMG Sunglows, IMG Moonglows. Then here with Annie, I'm going to have some, they're all going to be Anery. So I'm going to have Anery IMGs, I'm going to have Motley IMGs, Anery Motley IMGs. It's going to be very exciting. And see, the thing with Annie is like she looks at you kind of like she's going to eat. She always kind of looks like she's going to strike, so it took a while to get kind of like, to get used to her, because I always thought she was coming to bite me, but she's always been really nice. And now, last but not least, we have Aphrodite. Aphrodite made a nice little pee in the corner, so I'll be cleaning that up now. But Aphrodite here is a Hypo het sterling. So Charles and Aphrodite, they're babies from the first sterling that was brought into Canada, produced by Boa Canvas. I saw these when they were babies, Charles and Aphrodite. I walked through the whole show and I saw just the way that these looked, and I was just like, wow, they're beautiful. And I didn't even know that they were het sterling, but I had talked to Boa Canvas online about his snakes, and I thought they were amazing. And he basically made me a little offer to have them, and I turned it down because I thought they're just too expensive. Like these snakes are really expensive snakes. But I went to the show, and it just so happened that looking at all the snakes, I saw this one in Charles, and I was just like, I just went to the bank and just pulled out, I cash advanced money on my credit card to get these because I was just like, they're amazing. And now, 4 years later, we're going to see the results. We're going to get some Hypo sterlings, some Motley sterlings. If I get a Motley Hypo sterling, it'll be the first in the world, so that's exciting. And they're both 66% chance het. VPI. So if that happens, I'm just gonna, I don't know, poop my pants or something.
Yuck. Dragon.
Yeah, you got a dragon.
Yes.
Once I know that the female is pregnant 100% and babies are on the way, then I separate them. So I basically have them together throughout the breeding process. Every couple weeks I separate them all and offer them a small meal. I give the males a few days off. The Sunglow and the Anery Motley have been exclusively only with Nico, the Moonglow IMG. So those three have only been together. I haven't put anything else to them because I want to make sure that it's just from Nico. When it comes to everything Sterling, same thing. Charles has not been with any of the other ones. I've kept Charles basically only with Sophie, the albino, and with Aphrodite, my Hypo hit Sterling. So those three have been exclusive. And basically those ones have started totally exclusive to each other. And then basically with the four that you saw from the beginning, they've been rotated. Like Ty has been back and forth with them. And then also I basically waited till I feel like Nico's done his job. I think that Nova is pregnant now. And Annie had a nice ovulation, so I'm hoping she's going to be pregnant also. And as I'm more sure of that, then Nico rotates a little bit here and there. I've heard all sorts of different things. I've heard that males their sperm is super strong and potent and it works. I've heard that you could have problems with fertility. Last year I used a male to get multiple females pregnant, so it's been fine. So this year I'm trying it a little bit of a different way. I think that putting one male in with two females will be better than rotating one male between two females.
Yeah.
I'm going to try that out this year. Hopefully it works. So he's also being rotated with the two first pairs. So basically each two females has a specific male with them. So those first two pairs, basically one of them has Poa, one of them has Ty, and then once Poa and Ty break to eat, then I swap the males. So it is a bit of an experimental year for me, but we'll see what happens. We'll see if I get wonderful or terrible results and either learn a lesson and never do it again, or turn this into the way that I keep doing things. You want to feed the tortoise?
Yes. No.
Lola's our little elongated tortoise.
Yeah, that was wonderful, wasn't it? Now make sure you
Circle.
click the circle.
Yeah, I did.
And then watch this video or this one.
No.
Yeah?
No.
Yes. It's not that hard. Which one appeals to you more? Is it this one or is it this one?